Hello guys, welcome back to my channel once again. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about emojis or emoji. So if you Google the face with tears of joy, this thing will pop up, this emoji. So this emoji is the most widely used emoji in the world in digital communication. It is used in over 75 countries. So this emoji is used to represent laughter, happiness, joy, and stuff like that. So before I dive in, let me tell you a story. I'm interested in talking about human emotion, happiness, how we react when we're happy, how we react when we're sad, and stuff like that. So in digital communication, this emoji is used to represent joy, happiness, hilarious, and whole lot of bunch of stuff like that. However, in as much as this emoji is used in over 75 countries and it's the most widely used emoji, I'm thinking that it's either abused or is overused. I'm thinking that either abused or is being overused because I mean, do we laugh that hard when we're chatting with people, when we're communicating? Or the emojis we use truly represent our emotion at a particular time? So I'm just thinking, what do you use? What type of emojis do you use when chatting? Or what type of emojis do you often use when chatting? And do they truly represent your emotion at a particular time? For instance, if you're sad, if you're crying, if you're happy, and you typing with someone, do they truly represent your emotion at that particular moment? So are we always that happy? Or, when we chat, we just drop some of these things, just drop them because they are there and they are readily available, or we drop them for something. All right, so let me give you an example. I'm talking with my sister-in-law and she sent me something. It was not really that hilarious, but I replied with this emoji. But at the same time, I know that there are a whole lot of people who are out there who are using this emoji. The tears of joy emoji, and it was hilarious. If you look at the chat, if you read in the chat, you understand that I was laughing very hard, but in reality, I wasn't even smiling. But she got the impression that I was actually laughing very hard. So that's one example talking about emotion. So, for instance, is that if that chat was transformed to a video call, you would see that my face was kind of different from what I actually chatted. So, I want to ask a question. Do people actually laugh hard when they're chatting with people, right? So I use this emoji instead of this one. I use this instead of this when I'm chatting with people on WhatsApp, on iMessage and stuff like that. So anytime I'm communicating, I use this instead of this because I feel like it represents me more even when you're not looking at me. That's just an example. But because that emoji is particularly available, I use that often. So now let me talk about the emotional part of this thing. So now in this digital communication age, there are a whole lot of things going on. So it's very difficult to dictate our true emotion when we're communicating in this digital age. So if you're chatting with someone, the way they respond to you is quite different. The same person, for instance, if you're chatting with them and if the chat switches to a call or a video call, for instance, the way they respond is quite different. If you look at their facial expression, it's quite different from what they're expressing in their chat. Because you are not seeing them, what you read from there is quite different. And then if you switch the same call or the same chat, the video call, their facial expression talks something different, contradicting what they're actually chatting. So I want to ask a question. The way we use these emojis to communicate, for instance, do they truly represent our feelings, our emotions? So that's just the question. So if you're chatting with somebody online and you are replying with particular emojis, do they truly represent your true emotion? That's one question. And then another question talking about the face with tears of joy, for instance. Do we laugh this hard when we're communicating with people or when we're chatting? I mean, it's funny because when you're communicating, when you're chatting, when you're making video calls, does your facial expression represent the true emotion? Or when you chatting with people, the emojis you use, do they truly represent your emotions, or you just put them down there because they are readily available, or probably because someone is not seeing you, so you just react anyhow you want it? So that's just it for this thing. So that's just one thing I want to talk about with you guys. So pop your answers down there. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye, 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 bye. See you in the next one. Bye.